in response to this military event?
Do it peacefully. It's a vulgar display. It's the kind of thing you see Kim Jong-un, you see it Putin, you see it with dictators around the world that are weak and just want to demonstrate strength. Weakness masquerading as strength. To fet the dear leader on his birthday, what an embarrassment. Honestly, that's about as small as it gets. How weak do you have to be to commandeer the military to fet you on your birthday in a vulgar display of weakness? That's Donald Trump.
What was it his press secretary said again? When a reporter asked if he would be okay with peaceful protest? Something about it being a stupid question?
If there were peaceful protests on Saturday for the military parade, President Trump would allow that.
Of course the president supports peaceful protests. What a stupid question. Raquel.
Now, I know what you're thinking as you see these images. Nothing says we love our military like Trump cutting 80,000 employees from the Veterans Administration in the same week that he spent tens of millions of dollars on a military parade. That conveniently fell on his birthday, of course. I mean, of course this was going to be the reaction.
Let's just explain what's happening here. Right, so we're going to take 6,000 soldiers away from their family, away from their training. These folks are people that deploy all the time. We're going to take tanks from Texas, put them on rail cars and ship them to Washington, D.C. We're going to line the streets of Washington, D.C. with metal plates so those tanks don't rip it up, right? All for the cost of over $50 million, right? That is wrong. It takes soldiers away from their families, away from their mission. It wastes taxpayer dollars. I just don't have time for parades.
Today was the military parade, supposedly to celebrate the US Army's 250th anniversary. That just so conveniently coincided with our fearless leader's 79th birthday. And the response was, well, everything that was predicted in the lead up to the parade, considering most Americans didn't want it to begin with. That's right, polls in the lead up to it found that most Americans didn't think the massive military parade that President Donald Trump had ordered was a good use of taxpayer dollars. Even as most adults either approve of the parade itself or have no opinion of the plan, they still rejected its spending. An Associated Press and NORC survey of over 1,000 adults across all 50 states asked respondents whether they believed that the parade, which is ostensibly meant to mark the anniversary of the US Army, is, quote, a good use of government funds or not. Just 38% said it was a good use of funding.
It's a parade? And it's $25 million?
Parades with military equipment, heavy tanks, artillery, those things cause damage.
That's a lot of money for a parade.
Complete waste of money, not worth it.
There's issues with our budget, so that is definitely expenditures that we should not be embarking on.
Sounds like a lot of money. We have a lot of people sleeping on the street.
It's a waste of a significant amount of money, in my opinion, for someone's ego.
I find it surprising that it's going to be on his birthday.
So that's an interesting coincidence.
That just happens to be a coincidence. It sounds like it's more of a celebration of him.
Now, while it's expected to cost upwards of $40 million for the parade itself, not to mention the repair to the roads after the tanks were rolling through the streets, which yes, taxpayers will pay for also, most felt like that money could be used elsewhere. As I tweeted out, if we have money for a parade, yeah, we have money for Medicaid.
President Trump's highly anticipated military parade kicks off this Saturday.
The parade marks the Army's 250th anniversary.
Oh my God, give these troops a break already. They have to sit through your show, they have to invade Los Angeles, and now they have to parade for you?
Now the thing is, to anyone that has been paying attention as to just the 5 months, I can't believe I'm saying this, just 5 months into Donald Trump's presidency, his ever so assertive approach to make sure that this parade happened and his staunch pushback to anyone that dared protest, peaceful or not.
We won the war, and we're the only country that didn't celebrate it. And we're going to be celebrating big on Saturday. We're going to have a lot of, and if there's any protester that wants to come out, they will be met with very big force. By the way, for those people that want to protest, they're going to be met with very big force. And I haven't even heard about a protest, But, you know, this is people that hate our country, but they will be met with very heavy force. Thank you very much, everybody.
Now, not everyone coming to the mall tomorrow is excited about the parade as the president. Many Americans across the country, hundreds of protests are planned under the banner of No Kings.
We stopped tremendous destruction and death. We stopped death. We stopped a lot. And if you look at them cutting up and breaking up the sidewalk and getting it and using it as a weapon, did you see that with the curb? Where they're breaking up the curb, nice curb, and they break it up with a hammer because they couldn't get the bricks in.
Always telling of a man in desperate need of a distraction.
Because the other night, he came out and said that when you guys spoke, he warned you that if you didn't get things under control, he was going to bring in troops.
Stone cold liar. Stone cold liar. He made that up, like he makes up so many other things. He never said that.
And he also seemed to make up this idea that the National Guard did a great job last night when they weren't here.
They weren't even deployed, and he claimed victory. He's lost it. He hasn't lost a step. And I saw him trip on the steps today. I mean, this is serious. He is not the same person that I dealt with just 4 years ago. And he's incapable now of even a train of thought. He's making things up, and he's putting people's lives at risk. And he's got a band of people that are complicit in this. And that's what's so damn alarming.
Seeing as we have escalating wars across the Middle East with Israel's attack on Iran, or while they continue their onslaught in Gaza, we have an unresolved war between Ukraine and Russia that Trump promised he would end within 24 hours if elected. Meanwhile, we have a majority of Americans here at home who disapprove of his handling of the economy, his big beautiful bill, and even immigration, an issue that he notoriously has polled well on. He's underwater.
I think the simple word here is hurt. It has hurt Donald Trump's popularity. You can see it right here. We have two new polls, Quinnipiac University, AP Newark. I got the prior poll for you on the screen. I got the now. This is the net approval rating. You can see this in Quinnipiac, -12 to -16. How about AP Newark? -16 to -21. Awful, awful, awful for both of these pollsters. Where we are right now, both Quinnipiac and AP Newark, the worst for Donald Trump in this term so far. He is very much way underwater, at least in these two polls.
And this is overall approval. How about specifically on immigration?
Yeah, so immigration has been a strength for Donald Trump. That was why in the beginning of the week I said that Donald Trump wanted this fight. Maybe he shouldn't have wanted this fight. What are we talking about here? Let's take a look at the net approval rating for Donald Trump on immigration. You go back to June 1, he was at +4 points. Look at where he is now, -2 points in the aggregate. That is a drop of 6 points in only about 2 weeks' time. The only thing that's happened over the last 2 weeks is obviously Donald Trump's ramped up immigration hawkish agenda. And at least at this particular point, the American people are saying, no, we do not like that. And they have turned against the president on his core strength issue of immigration. He is now underwater on the issue that has been strongest for him.
So Gavin Newsom is speaking for a majority of Americans. Right before we came on air, there was a new Quinnipiac poll that was released. So Donald Trump, -12 on approval in general, -11 on immigration, and -16 on deportations. He has taken his best issue and decimated it by making these deportations in a hasty way. It used to be go after the criminals. That's what we heard was going to happen. Now it's go to the nail salons, go to the job sites, go to birthday parties, go to immigration courts. There is now no right way to do it. There is no way to be part of the system, pay your taxes, make a better life for your family, and hopefully get citizenship. Stephen Miller is mad because they were deporting less people on a daily basis than Joe Biden was. So he went and he said, go to 7-Eleven and you go to Home Depot. And now Americans and illegals who, yes, they're here illegally, are living in fear of what the government is trying to do. And just one more thing, the GOP caucus, like Valadejo, Gonzalez, representatives, they know that this is bad. Valadejo saying, please prioritize removal of known criminals. Gonzalez, focus on convicted criminals, not farm laborers.
Across the board, he is struggling. So he thought this parade would be that big, beautiful something to distract the American people from his failures. But it just made it worse. He wanted them not to look up, But look up they did, and they saw who was really to blame.
We are now at capacity at Liberty Plaza. Over 5,000 people here. This is you. This is America. This is Atlanta. That's right. Give it up.
The truth is more important than ever. Check out our new Truth Over Lies collection at store.MeidasTouch.com. All 100% USA union made.